Hello, everyone. It's James Strong. This is the SIG-Networking Ingress NGINX subproject meeting, and today is August 3rd, and this is a CNCF community meeting, which means we have to adhere to the CNCF Code of Conduct, which means be kind to each other. If you have any issues, please report those to myself or the SIG-Network leads. And with that, we'll go ahead and get started. And as always, the fun. I don't have anything on the board today, but we'll go ahead introduce some new members. I see someone new here. Philip, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. So I'm Phil Clotty. I work at F5, where of course the sort of other NGINX, the NGINX is. Honestly, I saw this on my calendar and I thought, while drinking my coffee, I'd love to see what you guys are doing. So I'm not expecting to become a major contributor, but the main network SIG group that I am involved in is actually the Gateway API.
Yeah, we get a lot of questions about Gateway API. And we keep telling folks, we'll get there. We're close. Sometime next year, maybe. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and let's review the action items from last discussion. Nothing on the release perspective. I was going to try to do it last week, but I had personal emergency and wasn't able to do any of the release stuff. I attempted to start doing more of the release things. It looks like there's some issues, Ricardo, with some of the new images. I don't know what the issues are. I just saw that it all failed, so that's why I set up the testing. It's not the new Kubernetes versions that I tested, because I bumped all of them to the latest releases from Kind. The images are having some issues, so I know that's stopping from getting a release out because I wanted to upgrade all of the images. So we've got to go through all of those before I can get 182 out. And just from my perspective, we might want to just blow away the 190 release branch because it's taken so long to get 182 out, and I don't want to have to go back and cherry pick all of those because we haven't released the CPDP annotations. The annotations are in there, but I think we just need to restart the 190 release branch.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. And of course, I didn't reschedule this to 9 a.m. Eastern. I need to do that. I think I need to talk to Casey about that. Not Casey. It's Sean now, right? Sean owns our meeting.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I think most of the open stuff was the release conversations. So we'll just go right into triaging some issues. You got yelled at. Is this too small for folks? How's that?
Yeah, one more maybe.
A lot of folks have been having a lot of issues with EKS. I know there's like 4 or 5 open EKS issues. EKS 125 generates core dumps with anything over 170. Well, that's not good. And he's given us. Okay.
Is there any
more information?
Yeah, like a stat trace or the dump?
Yeah, that one requires a lot more information. There's another one in here. I know somebody was, I forget where it was. Is an upgrade issue. I think we'll get to it. core annotation not behaving as expected. Let's go with that one. 10.267. Where's my chat button? I just got into the habit of doing that last week. Somebody said they couldn't see my screen. Request headers are missing again. They didn't.
Yeah, so at least having the nginx.conf.
Huh. There's a workaround, but so they use the snippet. This one uses a snippet instead, so the annotation isn't working. What version are they? They don't even tell us what version they're on.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I broke something, so yeah, the version would be great.
Thanks, Philip. I mean, we put this stuff in the issue template for a reason. Okay, on to the next one. Ingress controller getting the same IP for Ingress with different Ingress class assigned to Ingresses. That sounds like a bug, but let's go look. One, two, three, four, five, six. So they're running, okay. One, two, three. They're running 3 different ingresses.
Hold on.
They say scroll down or hold on.
Hold up.
Hold up.
Maybe the class is not working for them. They are just using that watch Ingress without class or watch anything or don't rely on the class. Or maybe all of those classes they have the same, the spec.ingress fkdn. Did they provide the Ingress class?
The host is right there.
No, the class, the object class.
When they deploy it,
Yeah.
they don't drop anything else here.
Yeah, ask them to send the Ingress class specification and how they deploy the Ingress controller. Because if they are using that model where you have like 3 different Ingress classes, but you use that not by the name, you remember by the .spec something, probably they are just using the same class. But also this is kind of weird. An Ingress shouldn't be changing the address of the other.
Yeah. I actually ran into that, I think, yesterday when I was deploying it. So I was doing some testing. When I did a Helm delete, it doesn't delete the Ingress class. I don't know if you've seen that before as well.
No.
Yeah. I already said what infrastructure he didn't, because this is on. Those are the IP addresses. He didn't even say what infrastructure. Like, just again.
Yeah, so I think that maybe we ask too much information, but also we could remove or reduce a bit of information, but also we could start like denying issues at all, right? If people just don't add the bare minimum, because it's kind of
yeah, but there's nothing in here. Like
yeah.
if this was an AWS controller issue conflicting or something like that, there's nothing here. This one, I read this one the other day, and I think this one might be, because remember when we had the ordering issue a while ago, that the certs have to be in a specific order. I think that's what might be the issue with this one, but let me, like, this bad line, this sounds like an issue with their cert.
Yeah, seems so. But hold on.
As nothing else.
No other information as well.
They give us the version, so it's on 164. They don't.
Okay, so there may be. I don't know if this problem is happening between Kubernetes API server and the webhook. It's not clear to me, right?
Because we deploy that cert, right? We deploy a self-signed cert for the webhook.
We do, yeah. And maybe something was erased, something was replaced. Or if this is another problem, which is actually validating some configuration, which I don't think we do.
I don't think we validate the certificates. We just make sure that the secret's there. But yeah, I do remember there was an issue with the ordering. So if they're providing their own cert, we'll see if they come back with that. Proxy SSL ingress annotations do not work as expected when not all annotations are provided. Okay.
What's the cause? No other options are considered. The missing annotation error is reported to the calling function. I think that I have fixed this on the annotation validation, maybe.
I was just saying if they use the annotation that he's not providing everything that's required.
Yeah, but I think that I found the same problem. Take a look. Are they using? Okay, so they are on release 1.8, right?
Yeah.
And I'm checking the errors now. Assign this one to me. I will take a look.
Okay. He has them right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh wait, here we go. So it's just not validating it. So he was missing things from the annotation? Because aren't these? I thought these
No,
were
I think
annotation
that,
options.
yeah, I think that the problem is that on the template or on the parser somewhere, I remember when there is an error, we will skip the rest of the configuration.
Okay. Well, I'll let you look at that one then. How we doing? 21. I know we started a little late. Support standard forwarded headers. I'm confused. We do. As far as I can see, the controller currently just supports non-standard exported headers. It'd be nice to support standard forwarded headers. What do you mean by standard?
Okay. So, yeah, makes sense.
Can't we do that? Can't they do that in the configuration snippet?
No. Yeah, using configuration snippet, yeah, but in our case is in this case, what they are asking is just like, hey, we already do the X forwarded for, so can we do the forwarded as well? I think it's okay.
Okay.
It's if it is defined on MSDN, sorry, on all of the HTTP spec, it's fine. Yeah.
Okay. I would think NGINX also.
Yeah.
Let's look at more here. Using the forwarder headers. See, those are all exporters for that. Okay.
Yeah, that's okay. That's sounds good. I think it does make sense. We just need to be careful with some attempt to bypass or something like that. But other than that, I think it's fine.
Would you consider this a good first issue since they have an example for exported for?
Yeah,
No, like,
I think so. Yeah.
is it good? Is it good first issue? I can never
Yeah.
remember the label for that
Yeah,
one.
yeah. Mhm. Exactly this way.
I'll get there. External request hangs with an external traffic policy on 181 and 124. That doesn't sound good. A fresh install on AKS. Okay. We've had issues with AKS before, right? With there's some annotations and things that they needed to set.
When you have external traffic policy cluster, it means those policies, they always confuses me. And then I'm eventually timeout. Okay. Hold on. Let me just policy. I never remember this thing.
The default is cluster, isn't it?
No, I think there is no default.
How they deploy it? Oh, it looks like they deployed it with Helm.
Yeah, no, but the default is cluster, yeah. Cluster resources the client source API and cause second hope to another node. Yeah. And the local, it would always send to the same. So they are using cluster, which means everything that reaches from the outside on the load balancer should be sent to NGINX running on any nodes. So it needs to be checked actually on the AKS and not on Ingress, right? Because hold on.
I'm just
Yeah, because the thing is that it's probably stopping on the load balancer. It will reach the cluster. So one question that I would do is they do have the node, right? Can he reach the node part directly? It's working.
Is 2049 the load balancer?
This seems to be Azure proxy actually dropping, because he does get the connection, but the connection never gets passed to the underlying, right? It opens and closes.
Yeah.
Assign this one to me. I will take a look. Yeah.
Connection reset.
Yeah.
Oh, they have a quick start guide. Oh, is this ours? Ours.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's something specific you got to do for AKS to allow local.
Maybe.
I don't know anything about their routing. So he's gonna get a 404 though, right? If you hit the on local, if the pod's not running on a host, he's gonna get it. He's gonna get a 404, so that makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm. So maybe the load balancer is announced just on one place. I don't know, right?
Yeah. So what he's getting makes sense. Maybe he just doesn't understand that the difference between cluster and local. Cluster is going to forward the traffic for him.
The local is going to use the same node.
It's going to use whatever node that it's running on. And if his service isn't running on the node that the NGINX is running on, it's going to fail. So that's why he's getting a 404.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let you talk to him. That makes sense. Let's get one more in, and then we can talk about the triage. This one looks fun. Failed to convert private key from PEM to dir. Why do we support? This sounds like a Lua thing. 181, so he's using the newest. AWS secret. So he's got a secret, he's got a certain key. Protocol error. Yeah.
How it was created?
Yeah, that was gonna be my next question. Yeah.
But anyway, the controller should drop and not allow instead of passing to Lua. But yeah, that's something that I want to see.
What is? So, oh, right there. He says he created a type secret of TLS. What vert? Do we know what that has to be in? Does it have to be in PEM?
Yeah. It does. Cannot be used as a dir.
Well, why is Lua trying to convert it then? Oh, right here. It looks like he's got a passphrase on it.
Cool. Yeah. He needs an unencrypted secret. Yeah. Dude, I'm exhausted, man.
Okay. What was the other one? There was another memory issue. I think it was a scale one. Might be this one. We might have already talked about it. I'm not sure. Because I asked, oh no, I'm sorry, that wasn't Slack. Somebody in Slack was like, yeah, we're using 1,000 to 6,000 Ingress objects and we're having issues. I'm like, that's a lot of reloads.
Yeah.
So I told them to increase the admission webhook. I think that's hard coded. The timeout on that. I don't think it's configurable.
Yeah, I think it's actually a timeout on Kubernetes API server. It's
Okay.
Kubernetes API server calling and failing.
But I think I think I've looked for that before. And I think somewhere in the Go code we set that. Somebody else is doing something with keycloak. I wonder if this is the same person. Sorry, I'm just. He's doing something with OIDC. Why is it trying to talk to a local host? Keycloak.local.
No, when this thing happens, what we'll do is actually probably redirect you to this address, like right. So on the authentication when using OIDC.
But if keycloak's
Hey,
running on local
yeah, I gotta drop in 5.
in 5, okay, let's talk.
Mm.
So, how should what's the easiest way? So I've already got the Kubernetes versions upgrades and we can talk about the release. We just want to.
No, go for it.
Yeah, I want to see what your thoughts
just...
are. Let's go look at my pull request because I think all we did on the runner was upgrade to 126. The only other option, the only other things that we've changed to is the Lua versions, but that all passed CI before already. Oh, it's right there. Container images. Oh, I've got too many. Got too many PRs open that
what's happening? It's failing.
Yeah, it's failing on. So what's interesting is that all the Helm chart stuff is passing, but I don't know why and I thought it would be flakes because some of the tests are failing. And I think all of these tests use some of the containers that we changed.
You should just look into the default backend. It's the one that's failing. The other one, they just got interrupted because we have that that flag that says when something fails, just stop everything.
Just stop. Okay. I think we did upgrade the default backend.
Is this the same failure on the other one, on the validations? They are different. Yeah. It's a good point to see, like, because they may be different tests. Yeah, that's the same.
It's the backend. All right, cool. Well, look at you. Just makes things easy. What's the backend? This is right custom. So this is NGINX error or is it?
We need to take a look into the test first and see why it's failing. The line. Yeah, so it should be, scroll up a bit. Like, yeah, it sucks. Sorry, man, because the logs, they are just
it dumps the config. Yeah, attempting backend loaded, backend successfully reloaded.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to see what is the end-to-end test code that's failing, but what changed that you've said? Like,
I think we updated that. That's the custom errors. What's the deployment? That go.
Hey, hold on.
Hold on.
So you have I think this thing is wrong.
What's wrong?
Like you have the 2 dots and then the SHA after that, right? So shouldn't be just the SHA
It won't matter. Should
because
matter.
this can be so this can be and they were trying to pull this image. Can you try to pull this image locally on your machine?
Yeah, I think that's one of the things I tried. Maybe not that image, but there was a couple of them. Yeah,
Or
I just
yeah, maybe work it.
pulled successfully. Yeah,
And the default backend is this one?
that's if that's what the deployment pulls. If this is the default backend, let me go look at some of the other ones because all of these got updated. The Echo server is. I don't know which one's the default backend.
On the shards, maybe. You have the controller one. Yeah, and you have the custom default backend on the YAML file. Hold on. This is the example. This is the controller. Something else, maybe. Yeah, what's this? Can you open? Just click on the arrow on the values here, James.
That's the webhook.
Or that, yeah, this is okay. And the default backend, is it around as well?
Yeah, that didn't change. Oh, why is that AMD? Oh, because we always run on Linux, so it's fine, it doesn't matter. Yeah, this tag hasn't changed in a while.
Okay. Yeah, we need to take a, so you need to run it locally, only that test, and see if it's like crash loop backend or trying to pull something that doesn't exist before
Okay.
really running, because apparently what's happening, it's failing on, at least to me, on taking this quick look. It's
Yeah.
failing on a really fast moment, probably on the pre-creation, right?
That one's a specific. I know we updated something in there.
Yeah, take a look into this line 55 on this one.
Yeah, okay.
This file, yeah.
I'll do that. So once I can figure out why those are failing, I can get 182 out. By the time I get 182 out, Go 127 is going to be released. It looks like there's already a release candidate. So we'll have to go back to this again. I really think we need to pause and take a time and just make it so that it's only 2 PRs, to maybe even just 3. I think it's still going to be 3 because we have to make the change. It's got to have to rebuild. We have to promote it, and then we have to. So either way, it's going to still be 3 PRs. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, I'm not going to sit here and triage issues on the recording by myself.
Yeah. We can take a look into those things later. So just to let you know, my plans now, they are just to return working on the control plane data plane thing really slow. And I have other 2 things on my bucket, which are, one, it's the SSL pass-through fixing. A lot of people ask that on that streaming on other places. So doing NGINX, we do the SSL pass-through and remove that proxy from the controller.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And yeah, I'm looking into NJS. It's becoming my top priority to stop using OpenResty, and the migration to NJS, at least for the load balancers. To the certificates, I don't think it's going to be easy, but it's doable. I could test it. Okay. But for the load balancers, seems pretty straightforward to do.
Sounds good. Awesome. That's good to hear. Okay. Well, I will catch you up on Slack.
Okay. See you, man. Sorry, I'm just in the middle of this madness here. Yeah.
It's all good. We didn't have we haven't had a backlog. Long usually gives us like a long list of things to look at. All right.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.